Hey, what's going on, guys? Today we're going to replace the shifter assembly on this 2017 GMC Acadia. It's my wife's car. Intermittently we get a shift to park message, which on these newer GMs is notoriously it's the switch inside of this housing. So we're just going to replace the whole thing. Since we are not the first owners of it, so we don't know if there's been any pop or anything spilled down in it. There is an update to replace just the switch inside of it, but you still have to tear the whole thing apart. So we're just going to replace it all and eliminate any kind of issues. So hopefully I'm going to try a couple shortcuts. If that doesn't work, then we're going to do the full-blown procedure. But without further ado, let's get at it. All right, the first thing we're going to want to do on both sides is, let me get a light here. We're going to remove this whole panel here on both sides. We'll take the floor mat out. And then once we get the floor mat out, there is a little, well, let me do it this way. Take this access panel off here. There's a 7mm screw behind it. So we'll do that on both sides. All right, we got the floor mat out, got the cover off. Take the 7mm out. I already did the other side. Now we're just gonna grab it. There's a bunch of retainers. They are tight. Just like that, and then find a way to snake it out. Just be careful not to scratch up any of your dash pieces. Like so, and right here is your, let me grab the camera. Right here is your transmission control. There's your shift cable. There's where it locks on. So we're trying to get to this. So we need to take off the shift knob, this cover here. But if I remember right, I think the whole console has to shift back to get this out, but we're going to try without doing that. I'm pretty sure that's part of the actual step. First thing we'll do though is go ahead and just pull this tab back, put it back on there. Like right now it won't move. You pull this little white tab back, and it'll pop off, and then you just pull it to release it from there. Now the shift cable's out of the way. Now to get the shift knob off, it literally just pulls off, but we're going to need to put this thing in neutral. So if I have the keys in my pocket. Nope, I gotta grab the keys. I'll be right back. All right, I got the keys. I'm just gonna throw them up here so they're out of the way. To put these things in accessory mode or full power on, so you can put it in neutral, hold the start stop button without your foot on the brake for 5 seconds. Everything will power on. And now we'll go and put our foot on the brake. And obviously your prindle's not going to change since we disconnect this cable, because that actually gets a signal from the transmission. So now we're in neutral. So I don't know if I can do this. I need both hands. Let me see if I can set the camera up. All right, hopefully this stays. So literally what we're going to do is grab it. And it takes a lot of force, and I mean a lot of force. So now we got this up, and you get a trim tool and release the boot from the console cover. All right, so the chrome piece is going to stay. We're taking out the leather piece. We got the flimsy deal, and we're just going to start walking around until we can get it to release. Like it's starting to. There we go. I'm just putting a slight bit of up pressure. There we go. Just like that. And there's these detents or tabs on the chrome piece that lock into the corresponding ones on this. So now that's out of the way. All right, now we're going to want to remove the liner of the cup holder. There's 2 screws under here. So we'll just peel the rubber portion back. Once it's out, Somebody's had it apart before and didn't put screws back in. Wonder who's had this apart before. Wasn't me. But anyways, there should be a screw there and a screw there. I will try to find extra so I can put screws back in there, because that could be a rattle that we're not necessarily hearing right now. But anyways, so that's where those screws are at. Now, I'll try to pop this up. See if I can set that on my leg without it moving around too much. Alright, so the shortcut I was hoping to take is not going to work. I was going to try to see if I could snake this out without moving the console. That's not going to work. So we've got everything freed up. So there's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 10mm bolts on both sides, along with, alright, from the back seat, move the seats all the way forward. You'll have a little cover back here, pop that off, and there's your 5th 10mm bolt. And do this on both sides. Alright, we got those 2 rear bolts out. Now we just literally want to just move this back just a touch. I'm going to try to set the camera up again. That way you guys can see. Being inside, there's not a whole lot of place to set it. So. Alright, you see how that popped up? It popped this stuff free, and now this whole deal's free. We got to go underneath. We'll disconnect the little 4x4 switch here with the park assist, disconnect these, disconnect that, so we can take this and set it aside. Alright, we're actually going to leave the 4x4 switch. We're just going to get the rest of the connectors undone and just kind of flop it over out of the way, because you have to take the screws out and take the whole switch assembly out. So, make it so you can see. You have your Prindle indicator here. If you go underneath, there's a little tab. Push that tab back. It's kind of hard to do with, let me see if I can do it this way without knocking the camera over. There we go. You can see there's a little tab that you just press over. So both your heated seat, if you have heated seats, both your heated seat ones are going to be the same way. Press the tab, disconnect it. And we'll do that on the other side. Now, gonna need to wiggle it up. There's a couple retainers that hold the little compartment. Oh, let go. Let go. There we go. Just like that. The release is literally just a little tab that you push up on, and then you can pull the 4 ways and traction control button switches. Disconnect those. Like that. Then we'll go back and disconnect the cigarette lighter and the USB. Alright. Now what you have to do, if you leave your little 4x4 deal connected, if you have that, or your traction mode, to get it out, you're going to have to kind of pull back and then snake it out along the front of here. It's really tight, but you can do it. So now that we got that done, all it's left to do is disconnect that connector there. See if I can hold it. Or just a tab. Pull that back. And I don't think there's any one zip tie to this. Alright. Then there's 4 10mm bolts. One there, one there, one there, and one by the shift cable. Take all 4 of those out, and then the shifter will come right out. Alright, got all 4 of them out. As you see, the whole assembly just pulls straight up and out of there. And then literally installation is going to be reversed, so make sure you reconnect all your connectors. Put all your hardware in. I got to find the 2 screws under the cup holder. I have some extra hardware I've bought in. So yeah, that is it for this video. If you have any questions, drop them down in the comments. I hope you guys have a fantastic day.